Hello again, choral I'm coming at you with another short episode. I find myself sitting a lot at my home desk these days. I don't know if that's your situation. Of course it is. I've been inspired a little bit to talk to you today about the fact that I am not embracing distance learning. Yes, that's right, you heard me. I am not embracing distance learning. I am not approaching it with that attitude at all. What I am doing is I am tolerating distance learning while still trying to do it well. But to me, embracing distance learning means something loving. And I don't love this. Do any of you love this? What I'm hoping to offer in this short segment is the reminder that we can analyze our current situation beyond the current results of what we're doing and look further down the road. And I see that in almost all aspects of human life. I'm going to try to stay within the choral realm as much as I can, but I notice that when I get on Facebook and see people literally shaming each other, it's happened to me and it's happened to several colleagues that I've seen and friends for looking at the COVID-19 situation and trying to look at anything other than the infection rate and the death rate of the virus and the health issues caused by the virus, as if that is the only thing we should be considering right now. Right? I'm not going to get on a soapbox about that. If you're a follower on my Facebook page, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been talking about this. You can look at the Venn diagram I shared the other day, which is that I am taking COVID-19 seriously in one circle. I am also taking the growth of authoritarian government policies seriously. And I'm also taking the impending economic collapse seriously, and how all of those things are going to be affecting people's mental and physical health over the course of the next year. I'm worried about all of those things because I'm looking beyond just what's happening right now and looking at how the unintended, we'll call them second or third order consequences of what we're doing right now might be down the road, and trying to gather expert opinions in all of those fields, in the legal fields, in the medical field, in the philosophical field, in the economic field, and try to figure out that maybe there's more to what we're doing right now than just looking at the immediate. And I think that's a defensible position, but I've been frustrated that that doesn't seem to be a very popular way to look at the world. And sadly, I see that happening in the way we're approaching distance learning, many of us, which is essentially to have almost a gleeful reinvention going on about this embracing distance learning idea, as if we're supposed to really fully get behind it. And I'd like to argue that maybe we shouldn't. Because one of the things that I feel like I'm seeing is, in one sense, is I applaud, which is there is a certain part of our human nature that if we find ourselves in a certain situation, we want to go for it full steam and learn all the tools and learn all the tricks and invest in this new product and that's the American way and all of that. I get that. But at the same time, our school year is almost over, whether we're doing it at home or in real life. So what I'm confused about is why we are allowing ourselves to try to reinvent the way choral music is being taught. Please don't. I don't want to reinvent the way choral music is taught. I want to enrich the time that they have with us in our distance learning environments and make that as non-meaningless as possible. But the reality is that's becoming more and more meaningless for most of our students. And I'm seeing that as a pretty common theme with people talking about this online right now, is that most of our school districts aren't even allowing us to grade kids. And of course, as soon as kids find out that it's not for a grade, if you try to argue that that doesn't affect the work they do, I've got a bridge I can sell you, right? So what we're doing is we're undermining the education process even further than the coronavirus is. We are telling ourselves that we have to offer this amazing experience through our virtual classrooms. We are telling ourselves that we need to change the paradigm of how choral music is being taught. And I honestly, okay, let me break it down for you. This is frustrating for me, to be honest. I don't want to reinvent it, number one. Number two, I don't think there's any need to reinvent it. I think at some point we're all going to go back to life as normal. Maybe many are making the argument that life will never return to normal after this. I mean, in the sense that life is always changing. That's not all that brilliant of a statement to say that life will never return to normal. Life has never been the same from one 10-year period to the next 10-year period. So in the sense that life will continue to evolve and our way of life and our culture and our society will continue to evolve, of course. And this coronavirus experience will be part of that. We will look back on it. We will see things, artifacts of this for a long time. But at some point, we are going to go back to music being taught without technology in the classroom. And when I say without technology, I mean relying upon the human instrument and the human ear and the human eye and the human everything else, right? If we lose that as a profession, I think we're really in trouble. If we start to let people think that music instruction can be delivered very effectively online, we're going to have an unemployment crisis for music teachers because it's cheaper to offer instruction online for all kinds of things. The last thing that we need is for a message to be sent out there that, hey guys, it's okay. We can do choir online. We can totally do choir online. Well, look at the cool tool I made. But no, we're not going to do choir online. It can't be done, definitionally. Even the virtual choir is not a choir. That's why it's got virtual right in the name. It's virtually a choir. Actually a choir? No. Because even in the best, the coolest, the hippest virtual choir videos, one singer is not sitting next to another singer, hearing that singer, and interacting with that singer. It's got to happen live. It's got to happen in the room. Can we make the best of our situation by doing cool things with technology right now? Yes, I shared that in the last short. I still believe that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we can, but let's not be sending the message. And again, everything I say on this show is my opinion because it's my show. You don't have to agree. But I do think we should be careful sending the message that we are so good at this online learning thing right now that maybe we could do it this way some other time, because that scares me. I don't want to have this be the new normal, and I don't even want shreds of this to be the new normal. Am I learning some new cool stuff about Sight Reading Factory that I'll probably use next year too? Yeah. But that's not what I mean. I'm afraid that somebody higher up in many of our school districts might start to see opportunities to take music classes out of the building and put them online. Is anyone else worried about that? If not, comment below, send me an email, choralosophy@gmail.com. I'm a little bit worried about it. I'm not in crisis mode about it, but I do see the trend in education going towards online learning anyway, and I would really like for the choir bus to not drive that direction at all. That's just my preference, and I think most of us could see the math of how a really effective online music teacher could start to corner a market, so to speak, of students thinking that they're getting ensemble music training in that way 50 years from now. And I think 50 years from now, I would like my kids and my grandkids to grow up in a world where choral music is still in every school building in this country. That's what I would like. One final thought as I head out of this short segment. For those of you who support the mission of this show and really appreciate the content that is free and will continue to be free on Choralosophy, I would like to point out that April is the 1-year anniversary of the Choralosophy Patreon page. Right now, we've got an awesome group of very close to 30 patrons on there who, for as little as $3 a month, are underwriting the costs every month of this show, helping me keep the lights on, so to speak, in the expenses of the show. And so what I'm doing is between now and April 14th, if anyone else signs up at that Swag Patrol, which is that $5 level, you're going to get the t-shirt, you're going to get all the extra content and the extra episodes that are broadcast there every month, as well as that behind-the-scenes discussion. And you're going to be doing the show a huge favor financially, and as we continue to try to break even each month. And so if you get signed up by the 14th, I'm going to be able to broadcast and thank in person the people who are over there on Patreon supporting the show in my next episode, my next full episode that I record in the middle of the month. So head over to patreon.com/Coralosophy and jump on that ship. It's an awesome group of people, and you have no idea how much it means to me to have your support in that way.